Welcome back, investors, to Ticker Time News. I'm Adam, and for electric vehicle maker Rivian, ticker symbol RIVN, its current financial performance is mostly insignificant for investors since the company is in the very early days of its growth curve. The fact that Rivian edged past bottom line expectations for Q2 has little relevance compared to its actual outlook, particularly as it relates to production and profitability improvements. In that regard, the news was rather mixed for Rivian, as the company reaffirmed its fiscal year 22 production target of 25,000 vehicles, but then lowered its adjusted EBITDA guidance to a loss of 5.4 billion from a loss of 4.7 billion. The stock chart for Rivian has struggled to gain much traction, despite reaffirming that production target, and also reporting an 8,000 quarter-over-quarter increase in R1 pre-orders to 98,000. Looking ahead to this week, the options market thinks Rivian could move 6.2% either way. And remember, the options market is right 68% of the time. So that puts Rivian's upper range at 41.34 a share to a lower range of 36.46 a share. So write those numbers down to help you manage your risk if you're trading Rivian this week. And if you'd like other cheat codes or weekly expected moves for the major indices, all 11 S&P 500 sectors, subsectors like semiconductors, and even a handful of mega cap stocks like Tesla, then click the first link in the description to get instant access. Now, there are a few possible reasons why Rivian stock is stuck in neutral. In order to reach its goal of 25,000 vehicles produced this year, Rivian will need to average about 9,500 vehicles produced in Q3 and Q4. For a reference point, the company produced 4,401 vehicles in Q1. Given that Rivian acknowledged that supply chain constraints are still a limiting factor for production, there's likely some skepticism among investors that it will be able to reach that target. Now, it's truly unsettling to see the company's Q2 adjusted EBITDA loss balloon to a loss of $1.3 billion from a loss of $559 million in the same quarter a year ago, causing it to lower its guidance. Along with costs associated with the ramp up at its plant, raw material inflation, and expedited freight costs, they're beating up the company. Rivian is confident, though, in its ability to launch the R2 vehicle in Georgia with its cash on hand, which is quite sizable at $15.46 billion. However, if supply chain issues do not improve, the company will have a difficult time curbing raw material and component cost, potentially chipping away at that significant cash balance. There also may be some concerns revolving around the tax credit changes that are included in the Inflation Reduction Act. Specifically, Rivian's vehicles will not qualify for EV tax credits due to its lofty sticker prices that exceed $80,000. But on the positive side, Rivian's electric delivery vehicles may qualify for up to $40,000 in incentives under the new law. That would be great news for Amazon, which of course ordered 100,000 electric delivery vehicles and recently announced that it will be rolling out these trucks across 100 cities by the end of this year. While there are still plenty of risks and uncertainties surrounding Rivian, one item that investors can feel confident about is demand. Despite raising prices by 17% in March, the pre-order rate actually accelerated in Q2 versus Q1. It was also encouraging to hear that Rivian may be able to add a second shift on the assembly line towards the end of Q3. If that plan is realized, then attaining that 25,000 production target becomes much more likely. Overall, I expect that Rivian will ultimately emerge as a winner in an EV market that's becoming fiercely competitive. But the bumps in the road that it encountered in Q2 likely won't be the last ones on its journey. Well, that's what I think about Rivian. What did you think about their earnings report? Let me know in the comments below, as your comments help us all to better understand. Do me a favor, click that like button, share this video with a friend, and join our investor community by clicking the first link in the description. You'll get instant access to weekly expected moves, numerous trade setups with different styles, top 10 stocks list in 4 different categories, and market and economic insights, all to help you along your investor journey. And if it's your first time watching, click subscribe. For Ticker Time News, I'm Adam. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.